This is going to blow your mind. Imagine a world without GPS, without compasses, without even accurate maps. How would you navigate across vast, unpredictable oceans? This is the challenge faced by ancient mariners, who, driven by curiosity, a thirst for trade, and the promise of new lands, dared to venture beyond the horizon. Their successful voyages, accomplished with rudimentary tools and an intimate knowledge of nature, stand as testaments to human ingenuity and courage. Before the advent of modern technology, ancient sailors relied on a combination of keen observation, accumulated knowledge passed down through generations, and a deep understanding of the natural world. They were not simply sailing, they were reading the ocean, the sky, and the wind, interpreting subtle clues to guide their way. The very act of venturing into the unknown was a testament to the human spirit of exploration. The risks were substantial, including storms, shipwrecks, and the possibility of getting lost, never to be seen again. These early voyages were not simply adventures, they were crucial for the development of human civilization. Navigation played a pivotal role in the development of ancient civilizations, shaping their economies, cultures, and understanding of the world. Trade routes, established through skillful navigation, allowed for the exchange of valuable commodities such as spices, silks, and precious metals. This exchange not only brought economic prosperity, but also fostered cultural exchange, as ideas, beliefs, and technologies spread along these maritime highways. The ability to navigate effectively was essential for connecting distant communities and fostering relationships between different cultures. Ancient navigators ventured into uncharted waters, expanding the known world and establishing new settlements. The exchange of knowledge and technologies was another significant consequence of maritime navigation. As ancient sailors interacted with different cultures, they shared their navigational skills, shipbuilding techniques, and astronomical observations. Ancient mariners faced numerous challenges in their voyages across the open ocean. One of the most significant obstacles was the lack of sophisticated instruments. Without accurate maps, compasses, or chronometers, they had to rely on their knowledge of the stars, the winds, and the currents to determine their position and course. The unpredictability of weather patterns posed another constant threat. Sudden storms, strong winds, and changing currents could easily throw a vessel off course or even lead to shipwrecks. The vastness of the oceans presented a daunting psychological challenge. Sailing for weeks or even months without sight of land could be a lonely and isolating experience. The limited shipbuilding technology of the time also contributed to the dangers of seafaring. Celestial navigation, the art of using the stars to determine one's position, was a cornerstone of ancient seafaring. By observing the positions of celestial bodies, such as the sun, moon, and stars, mariners could estimate their latitude and, to a lesser extent, their longitude. The North Star, Polaris, played a particularly crucial role in celestial navigation. Located almost directly above the North Pole, Polaris remains relatively stationary in the night sky, providing a reliable reference point for determining latitude in the northern hemisphere. By measuring the angle between Polaris and the horizon, sailors could calculate their distance from the equator. Ancient navigators developed various instruments to aid in celestial navigation. The astrolabe, a handheld device used to measure the altitude of celestial bodies, was a crucial tool for determining latitude. Celestial navigation required not only specialized instruments but also a deep understanding of astronomy and mathematics. Section 5. Reading the winds and waves. Natural navigation. In addition to celestial navigation, ancient mariners relied heavily on their understanding of natural phenomena, such as wind patterns and ocean currents, to guide their journeys. They learned to recognize the prevailing winds in different regions and to utilize them to their advantage. By adjusting their sails and course, they could harness the power of the wind to propel their vessels in the desired direction. Ocean currents, the large-scale movements of water in the oceans, also played a significant role in ancient navigation. Mariners learned to identify and utilize favorable currents to expedite their voyages. The observation of wave patterns and swells provided further clues about the direction and proximity of land. Section 6. Polynesian pioneers. masters of the Pacific. The Polynesian people, renowned for their exceptional seafaring skills, were among the greatest navigators of the ancient world. They populated the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, navigating thousands of miles between islands using sophisticated techniques passed down through generations. Polynesian navigation relied on a complex system of celestial navigation, meticulous observation of natural phenomena, and the use of specialized canoes designed for long-distance voyages. They developed intricate star charts, memorized the positions of constellations, and used the rising and setting points of stars to determine their latitude. They were also masters of reading the winds, waves, and currents. Polynesian canoes, crafted from indigenous materials and designed for stability and speed, were perfectly suited for their long voyages. These double-hulled vessels, equipped with sails made from woven mats, could carry large numbers of people and supplies across vast distances. Section 7. Mediterranean mariners, Greeks and Romans at sea. The Greeks and Romans, dominant powers in the Mediterranean world, were also accomplished seafarers. Their maritime activities, driven by trade, warfare, and exploration, played a crucial role in the development of their civilizations. Greek navigation initially relied heavily on coastal sailing, using landmarks and the shape of the coastline to guide their way. As they ventured further afield, they began to incorporate celestial navigation techniques, using the stars and the sun to determine their position. Roman seafaring built upon the foundations laid by the Greeks, incorporating their navigational knowledge and further developing shipbuilding technology. Section 8. Viking Voyages, navigating the northern seas. The Vikings, intrepid seafarers from Scandinavia, were renowned for their daring voyages across the North Atlantic. Their longships, sleek and maneuverable vessels designed for both raiding and exploration, allowed them to navigate the challenging waters of the North Sea and beyond. Viking navigation relied on a combination of celestial navigation, coastal piloting, and an intimate knowledge of the sea. They used the sun and the stars to determine their latitude and observed the flight patterns of birds to infer the proximity of land. The Vikings also developed sophisticated sun compasses, instruments that could be used to determine the direction of the sun even on cloudy days. These sun compasses, combined with their knowledge of the prevailing winds and currents, allowed them to navigate across vast distances with remarkable accuracy. The Vikings' voyages were not only feats of navigation, but also testaments to their shipbuilding skills. Section 9. A key moment in navigation history, Pytheas' voyage. Pytheas, a Greek explorer and navigator from the 4th century BC, undertook a remarkable voyage of discovery that expanded the geographical knowledge of the ancient world. His journey, which took him north along the Atlantic coast of Europe, reached as far as Britain and possibly even Iceland or Norway. Pytheas' voyage was a significant achievement in ancient navigation. He relied on celestial observations, using the gnomon, a simple instrument for measuring the altitude of the sun, to determine his latitude. Section 10. The legacy of ancient navigation. The legacy of ancient navigation is profound and far-reaching. The skills and knowledge developed by ancient mariners laid the foundation for the age of exploration, which transformed the world. Their voyages of discovery expanded geographical knowledge, connected distant cultures, and facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. The spirit of exploration and the courage of ancient mariners continue to inspire us today. Section 11. Charting your own course, exploring maritime history. The study of ancient navigation offers a fascinating glimpse into the ingenuity and resilience of our ancestors. By exploring the history of seafaring, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the challenges faced by ancient mariners and the remarkable achievements they accomplished. There are numerous resources available for those interested in learning more about maritime history. Museums, libraries, and online archives offer a wealth of information about ancient navigation techniques, shipbuilding, and the voyages of exploration that shaped our world. Books, documentaries, and online resources offer detailed accounts of the lives and voyages of ancient mariners. Tech and Trek, exploring the past, powered by the future.